Hello. Let's start off with okay. So the swastika story. I'll start with that. I'll end with that. In the middle, I'm gonna talk about Steve Miller melting down at Democrats telling troops to refuse illegal orders. Let's start off right here with ICE attacking ICE. Border agent attack. It was a border agent attacking a border agent. um, you did know.
Insurance companies don't want you to know this. Homeowners, if your insurance rates keep going up like mine, then you need to follow this. I'm gonna tase him. You
Y'all need to stop.
Newly released body cam video showing the arrest of a Customs and Border Patrol agent. Mike Rogers, you worked for weeks to get this video.
So, Mike, take us through what it shows and the tragedy that follows.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah Hodgson. Isaiah Hodgson was a Customs and Border Protection agent, and he was involved in a controversial arrest of a 20-year-old U.S. citizen in a Walmart parking lot. That was Adrian Martinez. Now, the feds accused Martinez of getting involved in an operation, but during that takedown, Hodgson's face went viral. Now that's how we figured out who he was when this happened. Check out this video that we just got from the Long Beach Police Department. The Long Beach Police say that's Hodgson there in the white hat, white shirt. He had pulled out a gun, according to law enforcement, inside the women's restroom at a Yard House restaurant. This is a video from the parking lot when he encountered a security guard who later called 911. This is Hodgson, according to police, putting the gun down by a tree before he is encountered by officers. Now, this is a security camera from the Long Beach Police Department. Next, you'll see body camera video of when they tried to get Hodgson to surrender.
Hey, don't refrain. Get on the ground. Sir, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm gonna tase him. You fight for me.
Damn, they changed that. They had to change ICE. ICE had to change ICE. What you got ICE out here doing? And people like, they doing their time. You got them out here
That's obviously the
tasing each
lengthy
other.
struggle that occurred between Hodgson and the Long Beach Police Department. Now, during that struggle, you heard him say, I'm BP, I'm BP.
Watch
We
more
believe
of
that's
that.
mean
It's down
Border
in the
Patrol.
link.
Later, when he would be in a patrol car, he began asking for a Border Patrol commander called Greg Bovino. Obviously, they didn't do that at the time, but they did start to go through the gun that they found on him, later found at the tree, which you see right here. When they're talking about the gun, they say it has DHS in front of the serial number, and then officers on scene quickly learn that he's a Customs and Border Protection agent. Later, when he is at the jail, he is having a conversation with an officer about his work as a CBP agent.
He got that job with ICE and he went crazy. I don't think he talked about nothing no more. We saw the most important part. We saw everything we needed to see. And now I don't need to see no things. I have seen everything I needed to see. Okay, can we put this right back up? My screen. All right, anyways, let's get on to... Let's talk next about Stephen Miller. I just wanted to show y'all ICE attacking ICE. How you flip my shit again? I don't know, man. Where's the rotation button? Cool. Well, that makes it work. All right, let's go over here. Let's talk about Stephen Miller doing some illegal shit. Stephen Nosferatu Miller. News break. News break. News break. News break. We're doing a news break with some marijuana takes. All right, Stephen Miller melts down at Dems telling troops to refuse illegal orders. There he go. He's melting. He's melting. Y'all remember the movie Wicked? Oz. A serious Stephen Miller accused the Democrats of stoking insurrection and demanded 6 lawmakers to resign in disgrace after they urged U.S. troops and intelligence offers to refuse any illegal commands from President Donald Trump. Miller comments after a half of dozen, all whom have military or intelligence experience. And his broke ass got to stay on base right now. Released a video Tuesday reminding serious members that their allegiance is to the Constitution, not to the president. And that, who wrote that? Saying that their allegiance is to the Constitution, yeah, not to doing Miller's illegal shit. Miller put that out there? Miller's comments after a half dozen whom have military or intelligence experience. It's the military reminding him of that.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy. Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now. Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
Against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
The Army or Navy,
the Air Force,
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you. We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution and
Who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Stephen Miller tripped about that. That was the sweetest message I ever saw in my motherfucking life. And you tripped. That was like Jesus descending down from the heavens and asked you if you wanted to get next because you left in rotation. Like, that was so sweet. They just said, don't do nothing that you might regret later, that you might get charges for. Just because Trump is slipping out his charges, you may not slip out your charges. That's all the Democrats said. And here goes Stephen Nafaris, he crazy Miller. Nosferatu Miller with the bad hearts. Here he go getting mad and shit just because somebody said something sweet. And then they reminded people, don't be out there doing nothing crazy just because Trump is crazy. So Fox News, Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, I don't know how he got any titles, erupted during the interview with the host, Will Cain, describing the message as a general call for rebellion from the CIA and the armed services. He really, really, really all out there, ain't he? He just out there. It is a insurrection, plainly, directly, without question. Miller 40 said, insisting that the lawmakers had failed to name any specific unlawful command they feared Trump might give. Oh, like arresting freaking 97 U.S. citizens and none of them are actually criminals. How about that, ho? I mean, I got it for you. I can bring it to you all fucking day. Talk about why don't you name some shit. Bitch, why don't you look at some shit? I don't have to name nothing. Damn, and like make it obviously, and putting you in office was definitely one of them. There's another right there. Fraternizing with Putin. With Pootie Poo. He wasn't supposed to be. You ain't supposed to be doing all that with Putin. Oh my God. And then you blew up 10 Venezuelan ships. Don't get me started. See, that's how these narcissists want to do. They just want to go round and round and round and round and waste time. Next thing you know, something blew up again on their watch. These lawmakers should honestly resign in disgrace. Bitch, that's what you need to do. Stevie Pooh. Steve. That's not even Stevie Pooh. That's Steven Nosferatu. Crazy ass. He gonna bite you and shit. No, that's what Steve got to do. Steve. Scuba's crazy Steve. That's what you gotta do. Is resign. Why you telling other people to do what you need to do off your checklist? You need to check that on off after he resigned. Better play my music again. Steven, he's so crazy. Steven, he's so crazy. He's crazy, Steven. And he not. Look, we got your Steven and my Steven. My Steven is Stephen Colbert. Yo Steven is crazy as hell. You got that crazy Steve up there. Nosferatu Steve. All right, the lawmaker. I should put a picture up there of him. It would attract so many bloodsuckers. Okay, the lawmakers dub is Shady Six by Fox made their warning amid concerns that Trump has floated actions that could push the military into an unlawful position. He about to get crimes on humanity with his crazy ass just bombing people and shit. And now he's talking shit to Nigeria. And Nigeria said, you need to calm that shit down. They said it promptly that. The six include two senators, Elisa Slotkin of Michigan and Mark Kelly of Arizona, as well as Representative Maggie Goodlander, Jason Crow, Chris Deluzzo, and Chrissy Houlihan. Yeah, those were all really good people I just named. Deputy AG Todd Blanche, previously Trump's personal attorney, which he's not like. Y'all don't understand that's too much friendship shit and things that's supposed to be business, just to say that in layman's terms. Denied that there was anything illegal about President Trump's doing. You are being up there with your 44 counts is illegal, and you ain't got no bracelet on your and then you don't want to pay Jean Carroll. You won't pay nothing, and then you got conflict of interest as you doing Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin is supposed to be donated to the American people, and on top of it, you want to starve the American people, and people had to fix that shit. Look, don't get me started. Talking about he ain't doing nothing illegal. Everything he's doing is illegal. And then y'all need to watch out for what's his name, Jack Smith right now. I'm interested to see what he coming with, Mr. Jack Smith, Mr. Jack. Now Jax is supposed to be smart, all right, and he's a prosecutor and he's got some things to say, and I can't wait till he get up on there and say it. Because apparently some people have found evidence how Trump has stolen the 2020 election. I know some people want to talk about the election after that. Well, I'm talking about the first one, his first term. And that Putin and Elon did help him with the use of computers. So, anyways, let's get back to this quote. Who was talking? Crazy Todd? Crazy ass man Todd Blanche? And that he was why you got the lawyer up here lying for you? And that he's professional. And that he was doing exactly what he said that he would do when he won a year ago. He did say he was gonna go crazy and do some crazy dumb shit. And he
with the answers, he's the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. Todd Blanche is with us. You're number 2 at the DOJ, Todd. You're doing a great job. Thank you for being with us. Please shed light, because I found that extremely alarming.
I hope you found it alarming, and so did I, and so did hopefully every American. You had members of Congress, members of the Senate, encouraging members of our military and members of our intelligence community to go and defy orders. And by the way, there is nothing illegal about what we are doing.
I mean, you didn't give a shit during J6 for people to break the law up there, and now you got to pardon them and shit because they broke the law, and then after you pardon them, you got to re-pardon them and shit. Shut up, man.
There is nothing illegal about what President Trump is doing every single day. To the contrary, he's doing exactly what he said he would do when he won a year ago. And this is abhorrent conduct. I felt like I was watching a propaganda video.
And now Trump is up there kissing on some 28-year-old. He's so old and nasty.
One of our enemies trying to recruit the military to become spies. When you see what these men and women were saying about this administration, about this president, and you ask whether what they did is a crime. I mean, you tell me what it is. You tell me what it is. I mean, what is the value? What is the reason for saying what they said?
Freedom of speech. What is the reason? Because y'all got the truth beating people up. They used to do that job. They don't do that. I'm finna look it up. Has Todd Blanche ever worked in the military? This is what I want to know right now. Has Todd Blanche ever worked in the military? Have you been enlisted, you motherfucker? Nah, he's always been a lawyer. He's been a prosecutor. Doesn't mean you're good. Doesn't mean you tell the truth. Did he ever serve in the military? Just give me a yes or a no. He enrolled in military school. What is this? Fordham University. This is training corps. Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Yeah, but schools, going into military school, kind of like Trump, that's still not being in the military. That's not, because those people, they tend to play toy soldiers with people. They don't understand how it really feels to be deployed to war and command troops and send people to their death, and you're responsible for that. They don't. Yeah, so he's the same as, that's why him and Trump get along. And Putin's a war dodger as well, even though he was in the military where he is, but he used to dodge war. And guys who actually go out there and do that stuff, they don't have respect for that. And the women as well. So Todd, you cannot be telling other people what to do if you have never lived that experience and you don't live that life. You crazy. You playing toy soldier. I just had to look that up real quick. That's why he's talking about, why did they say what they said? Because they used to be in the military. They know how it feels. You don't.
To encourage members of our military, to encourage members of our intelligence community to defy a direct command from their superior, and that is wrong.
Your resume as an attorney and your background and experience lends me to believe that you know the answer to
not military experience, not military. You're not no military attorney.
The question you're asking me. You're number 2 at the DOJ. Does this need to be investigated? And what would the investigation be under?
Nothing. Freedom of speech?
Well, the investigation would absolutely be under what their intent was in saying this. And the question, we've all watched this a lot today. And the question you have to ask yourself is, what is their intent? What is the reason that they all went on a video and encouraged young men and women?
What is their intent? To keep people safe. Not only to keep people safe, that you're encouraging the troops to beat on who are innocent people that they're finding out here. 97%. We went over that article yesterday. To keep people safe and to keep the troops safe. They would like to keep the job that they signed up for. This man really don't understand until he get out, or until you get arrested yourself, or until you lose your license to practice law, that you are inciting, you're convincing troops to beat up their own citizens. That's why the Democrats who spoke out told them, you guys do not have to take those orders. That's why they said that. For crazy shit to stop. Damn, you really have, like, people like this, you really have to, they want to say what they want to say, then say it. And then you always have to bring them back down to the ground again. That's not safe. Crazy Tide. Crazy Tide. It's not safe. Oh my God. Sometimes you gotta look at them just like that.
Women.
That's crazy.
To defy court orders without even giving a hint of what's illegal, without even giving any suggestion of what law or what order they're being asked to violate. You cannot do that in this country, especially if you're a leader. And so what does the investigation look like? I think they should be held to account. I think that those congressmen should be required to answer questions and to answer questions about why they did what they did, and the American people deserve.
I apologize. It's hard for me to watch people like, how are you not in trouble for doing whatever you did, for lying about what you lied about? I'm like, I'm projecting like the motherfuckers off of that movie Minority Report. Oh my God, this clicking as fuck. Oh my God, what did you do? Like, they didn't do anything but just voice their opinion. Like, you guys remember, you don't have to take any unlawful orders. Y'all don't have to be forced to do anything illegal. And this motherfucker, let's just continue.
Deserve that, and so does President Trump.
Deputy Attorney General, let me put back on the screen, if I may.
Nobody worry about Trump right now, as Trump is trying to put a statue of himself at the White House right now. Do y'all know that right now? He's trying to put an arch that say Trump with a fucking statue of himself. Man, you narcissistic fuck.
18 U.S. Code 2383, and I will go over it one more time. We'll put it up on the screen.
Ignore time.
It says, whoever incites, sets on foot, assists, or engages in any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States or the laws thereof, or gives aid or comfort thereto, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. Do you suspect these 6 lawmakers are guilty of this?
They're not.
Look, I'm not convicting anybody tonight on this show, but I will tell you something, and that is this is a disgusting and inappropriate display of supposed leadership from the Democrat Party. These men and women should not have described themselves as former members of the military or former members of the intelligence community. They should have described themselves as Democrats who lost and Democrats who don't like the result of last November, because there is no laws being violated. There are no orders that are being given that are unconstitutional or illegal. And the fact that these folks came out and encouraged our young men and women, who are many of them armed, to defy court orders is something that we have to take a very close look at. And I promise you, Sean, that we will.
And can I interpret that, sir, to mean that there's an investigation?
It's hard because with him, it's hard. You know, you can read someone. You could just read him like a book. All right, so he's 51, Blanche, and he still be acting like that. Fox presenter Sean Hannity, he crazy too. That he had found the video alarming and disgusting and inappropriate display, supposed to be of leadership, Democratic Party. Okay, whatever. Green Party. I felt like I was watching propaganda video by one of our enemies. Which enemy? Putin? Because y'all seem like y'all best friends with Putin. As he's joining Venezuela's side to come beat our ass. To recruit the military to become spies, he said. Bitch, you made all that up. Who the fuck said anything about a spy, ho? Just like I said, Putin is his favorite spy. Told you. All right, insisting that the Democrats... You really have to like be up and up on times to understand me, I guess, sometimes, because some things I say can go poo. But insisting that Democrats in question should be held to account. Account of what? Here we go with some more fake charges that they just want to throw random people, random good people who fight for the people. He said that the DOJ would take a closer look at whether they broke any laws, because they can't find out what law they broke, so they're gonna look for some shit and make it up. Here you go. You see his crazy ass? He's just so crazy. Is that another video? He crazy. In the montage, the lawmakers who between them served in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Navy Reserve, and CIA, thank you for your service, say our laws are clear, and we repeat the line, you can't refuse a legal order, stressing that no one should carry out commands that violate the U.S. law or Constitution. Slokin is 49. She's a former CIA analyst who has served multiple tours in Iraq, has also introduced a No Troops in Our Streets Act to curb the president's power to deploy NG, National Guard units into America cities, and move that followed Trump's use of Guard forces in LA, Portland, and Chicago. And right now, Chicago, they're really trying to tear Chicago up. They're so ugly right now. That's something that we say in the South. It's a metaphorically speaking, or it's a phrase that we say, someone who's being nasty or ugly. They're showing like the most horrible side of their personality that they want to show. They could act better, they could act different, but they just refuse. So, lawmakers said that they were responding to concerns raised by constitutional lawyers and military justice experts who fear that Trump could test legal boundaries in areas ranging from domestic surveillance to use of naval assets. After Miller posted on X that their behavior was insurrection, Slokin and Kelly fired back. Bro, no, your behavior is insurrection with J6, and stop trying to projectile vomit your behavior on other people like the damn exorcist. Okay, I know I did a lot of adjectives right there, but stop saying what your behavior is on other people. Like, you guys have like newspaper articles, like court findings of you guys, like of you guys with J6. You guys, like, these people, like, the people, some people don't understand. The people who have been given pardons for J6, a lot of them have to be given pardons again and pardons again and pardons again. And so, it, you know, when you do something, Stephen Miller gang and the Doge Boys, you know, we all must ignore it. But when other people do things, then we have to pay attention to it. And they don't even be doing illegal things. Slocum wrote on X that reminding troops of their duty under the Uniform of Code of Military Justice was the law passed down from our founding fathers, telling Miller that he should bluff up on military code. Why don't you just join the military real quick, Miller? I want to see if Miller, I don't even need to look that up. I just want to look it up to be safe, but I want to make sure that you can tell Stephen Miller never worked in the military. As Stephen Miller served in the military. Oh my God, I don't care. Say no. He served as senior advisor of the president. That's not the military, ho. He went to military school too. He went to an academy. He's supposed to, as a command pilot, but he did not go into the Air Force. They said he had, who's bone spurs? Isn't that Trump? They say Stephen Miller had it too, bone spurs, when he was supposed to be in 1968. Isn't that Trump? Everybody knew about them bone spurs back then, huh? That was something that all the boys were saying. It says Stephen Miller did it too. No, those jokes that those black guys be saying out there is true. They be saying educational jokes. You got No, he was never in the military. They need to go ahead. Even the Google be trying to lie for these motherfuckers. They said in school he was perceived as liberal. Where? Bitch, where? I gotta go walk around. Yeah, he went to Duke University. Okay. Is this how you guys educate people in Duke, man? I thought they would have had a lot more sophistication about them than this. Okay, where the fuck are you telling me? Anyways, same thing. He was never in the military either. He never served in a war. It's easy for them to go tell other people to die, especially when they've never done it. So Kelly, 61, as a retired Navy captain, and she was the captain, and former NASA astronaut. Holy shit. Posted, I got shot at serving our country in combat. I know the difference between defending our Constitution and an insurrection. Yep. Okay. Yeah, period. That's all I have to say. Miller, all these dudes, you know, Miller's staying on a military base right now. They need to be removed because they don't have any type of respect for even where they stay. And why are you staying there? Because you broke? Like, he sold his house for like what was it, 340 million, something like this, so he could stay on a base and cut expenses. No, bro, stay in your house, off base. Miller, 40, dismissed. Wait, which one? What Miller? I thought they didn't say he was 40. I thought they said he was something else. Anyways, Miller, 40, dismissed both responses on air. There is nothing graver than encouraging, urging, and directing members of Air Force to defy their president. He said, dude, it's not, you really getting on my nerves. They don't serve the president like he's some mad king. They serve the Constitution. They serve the people of America. So the people of America are going to get mad at you, Miller. And you really don't give a shit. Who cares? They just going to get mad at you. They're going to make fun of you, and that's that. You need to wake up, kid. The Democratic Party has reached a point, this is another quote of Miller, of extremism where the only thing they believe is legitimate and the things that keep them in power. Bitch, what the hell are you even talking about? He's so Game of Thrones in his head. It's Game of Thrones. It's battleships in their heads. So he went on to claim that Trump had acted lawfully. Bitch, where? Show me one lawful act. In all cases, in no cases, is really the truth. Arguing that Democrats had embraced third war tactics and don't believe in the system, don't believe in rules, and don't believe in laws. People don't believe in your racist laws, Nazi shits that you made up in your head that you didn't tell nobody about until you wanted to start hurting them and shit. The Daily Beast has reached out to Slocum for a comment, but I guess they're still trying to get it. If Republicans were truly tough on crime, this loser would be behind bars. Yeah, I mean, they actually do need to do that because they're showing real outlaws that they don't have to go to court. They can do whatever they want to do. Don't worry. Your turn will come. They always say what goes around comes around. They're wearing the French fry hat. Who is this? This is their boss. Oink, oink. Taco. Dang. Tribunal. Wanted for crimes against humanity. I know that's right. Nome, Bondi, Johnson, ICE agents, Thune, Rubio, Miller, Kegseth, Patel, Vance, Trump, Homan. Human rights, civil rights violation, violation of the Constitution, law violation of international maritime law, ethic, racial profiling, abuse of power. They will be held accountable. This is how the people feel. Like, these people, like, they are ready. The people of America, probably the people worldwide, but I know the people of America are ready to set up guillotines and get these people. They do not care at all about the American people. They don't give a fuck. And then Nome over here using anybody's tax money that she can get so she can get her plane and do her Epstein shit and fuck on her planes. Girl crazy. This is a very dangerous moment for the country and the world. And a cornered rat will do anything to escape. That's a good one. They call it karma. Yeah, I do love karma. And these people don't want to get no good karma points. At any time, you guys can flip a leaf. Doge boys, at any time, you guys can start doing right. But no, they continue to dig their ass wrong and go on down. A face only a shovel could love. Man, Rusty, man, hey, look, that was a white guy who said that, wasn't me. Look at all those McDonald's pins. This is him in the military. He served in the military. You mean he served in military school. Trump never was he never served in any military worldwide. I like to go through the memes. They're so creative. This should have been a deal breaker for Americans. It was. We did not elect him up there. Putin and Elon and Trump elected his dumbass self up there. He cheated. And he eating pumpkins and shit. The American people didn't do that. Don't blame us. Every Republican's accusation is a confession. I know that's right. That's definitely what Stephen Nosferatu Miller do. Ever notice that Democrats never post anything pro-Democrat? It's always just anti-Trump. I mean, he does a lot. That's all we need to do. We don't need to show you. We don't need to show you nothing but what the fuck he doing. And they getting upset that we showing this man a mirror of himself. Tell Trump to chill out. Tell him to put his feet up, and then we wouldn't have to talk about what he's doing so much. The country is being run by drug addicts, reality TV stars, and Fox News hosts. Let's vote that up. I'm the first vote for that one. like I did a good deed today. Got some good karma points added. Well, hey, it's a good day. Oh, this is the most interesting I was going to talk about today. We haven't even talked about this. So the U.S. Coast Guard will no longer consider a swastika a hate symbol. Let's talk about this real quick before I head out, because I got to go do some things, and I know y'all guys got to do some things. So let's talk about the difference between swastika symbols and what they mean when people hold them. So the original swastika, I actually have a picture right here. It's tattooed on my finger. But when it's upright like this, you probably can't see it very clear. But when it's upright and it's got the dots on it, it's a Hindi. So try to get out of the habit of calling Hindis Hindu, because I learned that it's a slur that the white people used to say to Hindus. It's actually Hindi. So when you speak with someone Hindi, say Hindi, they will actually, you'll put a smile on their face. They'll be thankful that you're respecting their culture. So this symbol, the original swastika, is Hindi, and it's upright, and it has 4 dots in between. And so when I learned about it when I was in high school, that it means that everything is equal. Another karma, meaning what goes around comes around. But the Nazis, what Hitler did was he took the dots off. Another meaning of it that the Hindis know, because each Hindi has a different meaning of the symbol. When I worked at Waffle House, one guy told me that, who worked there as well, he said that it's a ward against demons. It keeps demons away, and people who have nasty intent, it helps keep them away too. I thought that was so funny. I love the different meanings that people see from one symbol. So anyways, when Hitler took the symbol and he refashioned it for the Nazis, he took the dots off, he turned it diagonal, and it's a symbol that stands for hate. Okay. I'm sure they're over here talking about the Nazi swastika, but the Nazi swastika is the symbol that stands for hate. Everybody should know that, period. What were they doing in history when they were learning about the Holocaust? Acting like they cared about those white people, those white Jews over there, but apparently they're mad at white people that are Jews. Make up any reason to be mad at people, if you ask me. The U.S. Coast Guard is no longer going to consider a swastika as a hate symbol. Well, people are still going to see that you got a hate symbol up there. So I just let you know that. The Washington Post reports that a new policy will take effect next month during Jesus' birthday. They're going to do some hateful shit. That a new policy will take in effect next month at the military branch that will reclassify the swastika used by the German Nazi Party and adopted as a global symbol of fascism and white supremacy and hate as potentially divisive. Bitch, I don't even understand. When they start using big words, I'd be like, well, did you understand the context of the words that you was using at that time? Because it don't make no motherfucking sense. Other symbols being reclassified, including the Confederate flag and a noose, although displaying the flag will be still banned. Okay. But they don't want it. This anti-Semitic and that means anti-Jewish. And isn't Stephen Miller's wife Jewish? She's so confused. She's Jewish, but she's a very hateful person. But yeah, this is a strike against Stephen Miller's wife. And we all know who's in charge of all this right now. It's fucking Pete Hegseth. We got Pete and Pete. Yo, Pete and my Pete. My Pete is Pete Buttigieg. He's about to be the president. Look at that cat just chilling. Some historic displays or art with the Confederate flag will still be permitted, says the Post reporters. The new policy comes even though the Coast Guard isn't a part of the Department of Defense. Under the Secretary Pete Hegseth, I fucking told you it's Pete. We all know it's Pete because he's fucking crazy and he be getting drunk up on the podium, falling off and shit. He fell off the camera. Has sought to overhaul standards on harassment and hazing. He wants to be up there. He is hazing people. He's up there. Hey, people already, a lot of people got videos up where they up there harassing and transgenders. Instead of Coast Guard falls under the Department of Homeland Security. Okay, so no one ain't finna do shit, but hasn't shielded the military branch from administration, the Doge Boys. Attempt to change the military culture. They don't. I mean, you about to get rid of the military because they up there acting so fucking stupid. On Donald Trump's first day as president, he fired the first woman commandant with the Coast Guard, Admiral Linda Fagan. And focusing too much on diversity and incentives. Whatever. Days later, the new acting commandant, Admiral Kevin Lundy, suspended a Coast Guard's hazing and harassment policies, which included the swastika on a list of symbols who display presentation, creation, and depiction would constitute a potential hate incident. Okay, so they're gonna be like, they're rectifying hate crimes, like they're erasing hate crimes. So they want to be able to beat people up without any laws happening. But what I don't understand, so when you get your ass beat back, don't start crying and shut the fuck up. And there was never no law for counter beatbacks. So you gonna get your ass counter beat back. You probably, honestly, I think these laws were in place for yourself, for you to not get fucking hurt and shit. They crazy. Both in the first and second term, Trump has... he trafficked people. I know he did. Trafficked in racist troops. Oh, damn. Oh, throps. And reclassifying the swastika may be an attempt to retain and attract people the military would have previously turned away. Them type motherfuckers can't get up in there. In any case, man, you got Kegsef who can't even do a pull-up. And you got a lot of women out here who can do pull-ups. In any case, racism has become less and less of a deal breaker for the national service under Trump. Though we know he racist. Let me tell you the difference about white supremacists and racists. They both racist. But the racist is dumb. The racist one hurt their own people as well. Just trying to hurt other people. They hurt everyone. They even hurt themselves. Now, the white supremacist is supposed to be hurting people that are not white. He's supposed to be helping white people. But these racist people, they don't even help white people. They be hurting white people too. They hurt everybody. Racism is just stupidity. I mean, so is white supremacy. Military service will reportedly no longer classify. Yeah, there's the swastika right there. The Nazi swastika, by the way. There's Hindi, where it originally comes from. And it probably originally might come from Sumer or Egypt if I continue to dive deep into that. But yeah, when it's turned like that, that is Hitler refashioning it into the racist swastika that we know today. Let's go through the comments real quick. Let's get on out of here. Let's see, did anyone in the comments, they're calling Trump the devil. Did anyone in the comments follow the directions? Did we read the article and are the comments going to relate? They said this administration is a real life nightmare. I just think it's a bunch of stupid shit. That everything is going to be rectified as soon as he gets out. We are Antifa. We heard you were looking for us. How it really is funny how like you have a lot of KKK Nazi people in the Republican Party right now, and so they're trying to say Antifa, which is against fascism. From back in the day, you know, they were the people who punched Nazis in the face, and they're just trying to say that, oh, those people are violent, they're racist, they put people on the news. And those people just be going to work and they trying to say that about Democrats too. And those people be going to work every day, minding their business. The people who are crazy, nuts, racist like that are these people. Trumpers. And everybody knows that. And they know it. They can't deny it. They finna get shunned like Revelations. In the Bible, angry, leading to a brawl that police broke up later in the night. Oh, wow. In Virginia, the university. They're doing the angry right mobs, you guys. They're repeating history because they don't want to learn it or their place in it. Which is it? Buy Trump, or buy Trump? It's all the above. If anybody needs some new ideas for memes, we just went through all of them. So anyways, if you guys want to read these articles for yourself, they're in the description of the video. And I will see you guys for the next pop-up. Don't let other people stress you out. You know, it's all right to listen to other people and what they got going on, but remember, don't let other people stress you out, and keep in mind what you got going on. All right, everybody, smoke one. I'm finna go smoke one. Enjoy your day as much as you can.